Sometimes everything looks so ordinary. Just a messy work desk, a few sketches, and some pencils lying around. Nothing out of the usual, right? But that's exactly when fate gets sneaky. It hides a challenge somewhere, waiting for the moment you're not ready. Then, out of nowhere, it throws it right at you. Seven days. Really? They think I'm ready for this? Honestly, I haven't even figured out the first step. A whole team and every name feels like a blank I'm supposed to fill in. But right now, my brain is just as blank as those spaces. Every time I ask my friends for help, they always say I'm busy, like it's some kind of secret code. But this time she actually said, alright, that's faster than I expected. But when things go too smoothly, that's usually when trouble starts hiding somewhere I can't see just yet.
Monique, are you still there?
Yeah.
So, when you doing capstone?
January to February.
I don't want to say this, but mine's from like March to April.
Reality is always like this. So close, yet it just has to make things complicated. The timing doesn't match? Then what? Ask someone else? I hate the idea of begging, but not asking is not really an option. So I'm gonna do whatever I can, just pull a team together. But is that really the truth?
Sorry, I think I already got a group.
Why are you only looking for a group now? That's rough.
I'm planning to do the capstone alone.
Oh, do you need any help?
I guess no. No.
Do you have a group?
I've got my team 3 months ago.
This is Alfred, an annoying egomaniac. I honestly don't know what he's so proud of.
By the way, can you be my actress in my short film on Friday?
To be honest, I didn't think too much about it. I just agreed without really realizing what I was doing.
So, have I found a team today?
Yes, I really found a team that was willing to accept me. But when they asked if I had any idea, all I could do was awkwardly shake my head. I could clearly feel the mood shift and practically see the disdain look on his face. Yeah, whatever. I finally found a team that's willing to take me in. Oh, right. There's a key point I haven't mentioned. The reason I got into this team isn't because they saw potential in me. They're actually still waiting for a reply for someone else to join. They're actually waiting for someone to reply. So within a team, it would require 3 people. So once that person replies and said no, I could join them. If not, then I have to look for something else. So I just told them, don't bother, don't stress too much about it, just let me know when it happens. It was already 11 p.m. and the waiting all night was driving me crazy. Just as I was about to lose my mind and going to text them, I saw those familiar 3 little dots start moving.
And so, Monique picked up her pencil, beginning to brainstorm her own ideas. She silently told herself that tomorrow might just be the day when others come asking her to join their team.
Hey Monique, have you found a team for captain yet?
This is Jordan. I've heard he's been trying to find a team, but keeps getting rejected. Why didn't his name pop into my head before?
So, can I do my capstone with you?
Now that I've got a team, it's time to start doing things that I could only do with a team. Step 1. Asking for ideas. I asked Jordan, do you have any idea? He just casually said,
No.
so I had no choice but to force myself to share the idea I came up with last night. But he listened without showing any emotion and finally said,
I'm okay.
alright. Step 2. Assigning roles. I asked him what he was good at, and he replied,
Good.
what the hell is you are good? So I pushed further. Are you good at filming or editing? He said,
I'm okay.
God, again, fine. I'll be the writer and producer, and he'll handle filming and editing. This conversation wasn't exactly painful, but it sure wasn't easy either. Anyway, I finally got my team. Now, the hardest part is ahead of me. So my idea is a point of view documentary. Since the perspective is in first person, it creates this interesting concept. And it also helps me with certain issues like looking for people. Since everything is in first person, I don't need to look for one. Now, all I need to do is just come up with a script.
We're going to see just how much the Nolans played by screenwriting and ran it through the Save the Cat structure. And the results were surprising.
So he says the team doesn't suit him? What a great excuse. He might as well just say he found a better team. Actually, it's not bad. Losing an unreliable teammate might not be a bad thing after all. I don't remember exactly how frustrated I felt, but I do remember that I'm doing the capstone by myself now. I turned my frustration into motivation, and in the end, I managed to barely finish my idea. It wasn't perfect, but I believe it was something I could pull off on my own. It seems to have forgotten something.
On the final day of submitting the team list, Monique fully assisted Alfred in completing the short film shoot. The set was lively, and the team's seamless cooperation allowed her to experience a long-lost sense of accomplishment.
At the end of the shoot, I casually mentioned Alfred's capstone project, and to my surprise, he said,
I just gave it out to my team member. I don't need a boss in my team.
his tone was casual as if he were talking about the weather.
What's your capstone idea?
I replied that.
Okay, so I do have this one idea, which it might be a short film. I'm trying to find which camera, do some research about and I already have this story plan. It's sort of like a mystery thriller stuff.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm looking for a person who has the same idea as me to do capstone. So do you want to team up with me?
That was such a long afternoon. He just kept going, giving me endless directions. Every word out of his mouth felt like it was testing my patience. In 130 hours, I'll be out of this group. And his capstone won't be my problem anymore.
I'm Alfred. Someone Monique describes as an annoying egomaniac, but I don't give a
Nick, my best buddy. When we found out we could pick our own teams for the capstone, he was the first to ask me to join. I'd heard he could be a bit bossy, but since we'd never actually worked together before, I believed our friendship could handle anything. We will create a documentary and become the most cohesive and harmonious group.
I don't want to do a documentary. A documentary? You will include all of this, all of the footage, the color correction, all the editing in your portfolio. But what about me?
Wait, you are the producer.
Nick said he wants to be on camera as the host, so he thinks a documentary isn't the right fit. He suggested switching to a web series instead. I refused, and we should create something deep and meaningful, not just an entertainment-focused web series. But I gave up arguing with him for the sake of team harmony, so I agreed to the plan for the web series.
So, do you have any ideas for the web series?
What do you mean ideas? I don't have to think any idea. You have to think about the idea. Remember, you are the one who wants to do a documentary with a web series?
Wait, what?
So you better think about an idea and give it to me.
He paused for a moment, as if deep in thought, and then he said,
You better keep me updated all the time. We are in a team, and I want to be sure you're on my track. Okay?
Okay.
You know what? That was the first time I ever had the thought of leaving this team, a thought that even surprised me.
A documentary combined with a web series? What the hell is that?
Far out across the blue Pacific lie Hawaii's enchanted isle.
I was about to message Nick right away to confirm if travel a good topic, but then I thought he'd probably say it's fine anyway, so I decided to wait until we met tomorrow to discuss it face to face.
You know what? I love it.
I was confident my idea couldn't be wrong, he must approve it. However,
But maybe there's a lot of people doing content about travel. You know, I need something unique.
I always feel like when others interfere with my ideas, it just creates more chaos. Nick keeps insisting on having his say, like he's scared of losing control.
Do you have a group?
Sometimes it's a very uncomfortable feeling when you're completely out of ideas and then someone starts questioning your abilities, like, sometimes just a little inspiration to make your mind come alive again, like a meadow being swept by the wind.
1. Farm to World Feast. Embark on a weekend adventure to craft exotic dishes. 2. Drawn to landmarks. Draw landmarks they hold value, community history, and personal memories.
My first idea was to explore local farms as a weekend activity, buy some farm fresh produce, and then invite chefs from different countries to use those local ingredients to create exotic dishes. Sounds amazing, right?
This guy shows up.
Hi, can I take your order?
Hello, people. I want to show you how it is.
to shoot a short film in college. This is
Great. He even has time to post the TikTok videos.
and everything's getting ready.
The second idea is to visit small towns and invite locals to draw landmarks that are special to them. Then we'd use their drawings to explore and find those landmarks, uncovering their cultural significance and community history.
So right now, all I need to do is put my idea into a planning document, and my job will be done.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
Already. It's morning. Yes. And what a lovely morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Great to stay. I think my capstone plans must amaze my teammates.
But man proposes, God disposes.
Capturing every little moment through the lens.
Where all the creative stuff.
Now I understand. He doesn't want to see my capstone plan at all.
You're not mad, right? Believe me, I've been very busy lately, but I will check your plan. I believe this is a good idea, but in the end, we're a team, and I have to participate. So I will give you my opinion, and I will make this project better.
I started to doubt myself. Was there something I wasn't doing well enough? Was it because my abilities weren't up to par, and that's why Nick didn't want to check my plans? I had to force myself to accept it. If he didn't want to check my plan, that was his choice and mistake. After all, I designed these ideas for him. But why? Why am I so focused on meeting his demands? But 1 hour later, I know he didn't mean to mock me, but it still felt like he just laughed off all my efforts. I can't take it. No matter how I explained why shooting a travel video indoors wasn't possible, his response was always the same.
You've never been willing to communicate with me. This isn't what I want. Rewrite it. Thank you.
He has time to post short content videos every day, but never thinks about his own plans. At that moment, I decided. From the very beginning, I hadn't truly fought for my own ideas. I'd chosen to compromise out of fear of conflict. But now the conflict was unavoidable, and I realized I had no reason to keep compromising any longer. In that moment, it didn't seem like I was the one who should be mad, but inside, I was boiling like a storm. I just wanted to smash something to release all this frustration, maybe a plate. To be honest, Monique's acting talent completely shocked me. This was her first time being on the camera, but she did really well. I didn't even give her a storyboard. You know, she just read the script.
What's your capstone idea?
Okay, so I do have this one idea, which is like a first-person perspective sort of thing. It might be a short film, but at the moment I'm trying to like find which camera to use. I do have a story plan, which is like a mystery type of sort. I'm planning to like take advantage of the first-person perspective into writing the story.
So, do you want to team up with me?
Look, your ideas are good. She's our capstone professor, Ashley.
But they are not documentaries. Not yet.
Ashley said that a documentary needs a broader perspective and a contrast of different viewpoints. But our ideas were too narrow.
In other words, my ideas can only be called mini character stories.
Here's an idea. What if you don't make a traditional documentary, but a meta documentary? You make a short film about you two making a documentary. Like something fresh.
A meta documentary? I love it.
I don't love it.
Buck up, son. It could be worse. Be cheerful. Like me.
Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to make that short film.
Why? What's the problem?
Because it's not a documentary. It's a short film, you know? When I started about doing a documentary, I've already had a story, true story. But with a short film, I feel like I'm forcing myself to create a fake story. That's tricky for me.
I can actually write the script. I can help you.
Ah, sounds good.
With big green eye.
Got it, love it, and respect it.
So here you are. So I can actually make stories in a storyboard kind of way. So with this storyboard, it's a project that I've been working on way before, and I think it looks kind of good. So.
Oh, perfect. Love it. I mean, who starts storyboarding before writing script? It's like, you know, putting the cart before the horse.
Trust me, we can work this out together, okay?
Okay. No. I mean, it's not that I don't trust her, but the way she handles things makes it confusing for me.
No matter how much I explained how difficult that topic was, Monique always looked confident. Honestly, I had no idea where her confidence came from. I still didn't really have any ideas at that moment. But at that time, I was just trying to finish that pitch PowerPoint somehow, because 3 days later, we will be pitching our project to Ashley. So I asked Monique to help me with something.
I don't need her to do storyboards, but I asked her to send me her stories. I'll be writing them into my script.
And there was one more thing giving me a headache. If I had to assign Monique a role, what should it have been? I will write the script, handle the filming, and of course, edit. So, I complained to my friend that I really wanted to embrace my team. But every time I messaged Monique asking when she'd have the story ready, the reply was almost always the same sentence.
So, what did she say? Anything else?
Say.
I'm working on it.
Still working.
I'm practically done. I have like
not yet done.
frames left. I'm almost done.
Well, good luck, I guess.
At that moment, I suddenly got a message from Monique. But it's a storyboard. It was about how she had been abandoned by the team.
Good luck.
I only needed a short paragraph because her story takes up just 2 minutes in the script. Seriously, why did she have to make such a simple thing so complicated? I checked 2 pages of her storyboard and then I just couldn't keep going.
So, is it because I didn't explain it clearly, or her understanding just special?
That day, we were gonna take some team photos for the PowerPoint. Honestly, I felt like Monique hadn't really been much help so far, and she had already been 30 minutes late.
Hey, where are you? I'm outside of the...
I didn't even know what she could do for me, you know. It was like I was doing everything by myself. Maybe I should have just asked her to take some photos of me, showing everyone Alfred was working hard. That was a kind of teamwork, right?
Listen, Monique. The storyboard you gave me, it doesn't work. I feel it's empty.
It's not empty. You're just overthinking it.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe because a short film is not what I want to do. The whole things, it's not my own.
I was just talking about the topic, but she looked so tense, as if I was about to quit the team.
This is a team project. You can't quit right now.
I'm not saying I'm gonna quit. I'm just saying I'm stuck.
But she still didn't seem to understand what I meant.
You can't just decide what the project is or isn't by yourself, okay?
Alright, this conversation wasn't exactly painful, but it definitely wasn't easy.
I'm saying we got to redo the whole ideas.
Redo it? Just consider my story. The presentation is about to start.
You guys are doing a great job so far, but for next week, I need a story outline and a basic version of a script. Don't overthink it, just do the basic. And since your story
Alright,
is
7
in the
days.
long-
My mind was a complete mess. I looked over at Monique. She seemed to be in a great mood, as if she was on vacation. Of course, it's not like she is someone who has to write the script, right?
I think you guys have a wonderful story here. It's one of the most interesting ones, so I'm super excited for it. Good luck.
But with a short film, I feel like I'm forcing myself to create a fake story. That's tricky for me.
I can actually write the script. I can help you.
Sounds good.
Liar. Here you are. So I can actually make stories in a storyboard kind of way. So with this storyboard, it's a project that I've been working on way before, and I think it looks kind of good. So.
Oh, perfect. Love it. Totally love it.
Honestly, I don't even think Alfred will check the storyboards. Did you see his expression? Trust me, we can work this out together, okay? Don't trust me. I can't just quit or get left out of the team again, okay? That's why I said it. I told Alfred that I was usually at that spot, so he could just come to find me there instead of messaging me every time to ask where I was. So Alfred told me to send him a story about myself. I think I'm gonna do it in the form of a storyboard. In fact, I don't even think he really needs it, but I'll still do it anyway. I think I'm a great screenwriter, right? I thought it was pretty good for this team that everyone had their own story. Since we were doing a mockumentary, it didn't just have to be about imagining the future when we shot the film. We could also reflect on our past experiences and stories.
Stand over there. Look at me, okay? Don't move, don't move. No, you're right, you're right. We need this to look like perfect tomorrow, okay?
Okay. The day we took our team photo, Alfred was directing non-stop, telling me to stand there, lift my hand there, even correcting the angle of my head. He even started demonstrating the proper way to lift my head. Come on, I do know how to lift my own head. This was all happening outside in minus 15-degree weather. After taking the photos, I can't help but ask Alfred, "Why? But don't you think our photos look a little, fake?" He didn't even lift an eyelid and just threw out 2 words.
No way.
Alright. He didn't seem to care about my opinion at all. Not even enough to think about my question. In his eyes, am I a teammate or just a bystander? To ease the awkwardness, I wanted to ask him what he thought of my storyboard, but... So how do you think...
For the presentation, I will handle the story concept part, and you will take care of the rest. Sounds good?
Yeah, good. So...
I know. I will figure out the script as soon as possible. Don't push me, please.
Okay, take your time, but my story...
That's good.
I regret joining this team now. I know for certain he has either not looked at it or he has seen it, but has not bothered to give me any sort of feedback. And I'm seriously mad right now. That day, we were gonna do the final pitch. What I said the other day about wanting to quit the team, it was just something I said out of frustration, but...
Listen, Monique. The storyboard you gave me, it doesn't work.
You all know what happened next, right? We almost got into an argument. So let's just jump to the next sequence. That day's presentation went surprisingly smoothly, and Alfred seemed much more relaxed than usual. Maybe he had finally overcome his doubts and stopped resisting that project? Everything was moving in the right direction then.
We should change the project.
What? Have you even considered my storyboard?
Yeah, but your storyboard is a bit off from the direction we are going.
So you haven't really understood the script, have you? You're treating it like it's your personal project.
I've never said it was my project.
But you've never even embraced my idea. It doesn't feel like our project, it feels like yours.
I respect what you did to this team, okay?
So your idea of respect is making me your assistant? You don't even want to consider someone else's idea. God, maybe I should have never agreed to join this team. Collaboration is about finding balance, not just doing whatever you want.
I feel like we are on two different tracks.
He seems to have forgotten why he left his previous team.
I think her understanding of the script is too narrow.
If he can't come up with a good idea himself, why not just use mine?
She thinks it's just documenting her life. It's not a drama, right?
Even if my script isn't perfect, it can still be changed.
If I do something change, she will definitely feel like I'm not respecting her creativity.
I feel like he doesn't trust me.
I just feel like she's making things harder for me. I don't know, man.
I think I'm just gonna work on my own now. Turn my story into a short film. You know, how I was abandoned, then found a new team, and how I abandoned it again. But I still hope I could still collaborate with Alfred. I mean, this isn't just my story anymore. It's our story.
I don't know, for some reason, when you could never mention another story she figured out.
Two people come up together to deal with collaboration and differences.
And come up with ideas for the mockumentary.
Based on my journey of being abandoned and his decision to leave his team.
And how we figure out a good idea.
The title of the short film will be Good Idea Not Found.
I know where she is.
Wait, what?
Come on.
Hey, where are you going? I'm recording right now.
Hey Monique, let's make a mockumentary.